Colm Granahan and myself, Joe Doocey, here again. Colm was having fun yesterday, being visited by the guards. Do you want to just have to say what happened yesterday, Colm?
Yeah, I was in town for coal and I headed off out the road and the squad here followed me, a gang of them full, and out to the house, and they were sort of hanging around, but they finally made it to the door anyway, and they had a summons for me for the 1st of June to turn up in court.
Colm,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It is?
Oh yeah. Hold on a second. This
Yeah.
man wants to go again. What do you call him?
Oh, yeah.
Someone's there for you.
Someone's from yourselves.
From a guard in Castlebar.
Oh, good stuff. Fair play to you. Thanks a million.
So this is the summons here, and what the offence that they are alleging you committed was, it actually refers to the 2nd of September in 2015. I think there's a video on YouTube at the minute. That's where you actually, Judge Kevin Kilrain fled his pulpit and ran to the chambers for cover.
Oh yeah, he ran back under the table, I heard inside, didn't he? Yeah.
And I think you appointed your own judge that day and the set fire alarms and everything off, isn't that
That's the
That's
thing,
the
yeah, I
day.
don't know who paid for the fire brigade or things like that.
So due to the incidents that day, and I believe Stephen Manning has also been received a summons for the same thing, but what they've summoned you for is that you did engage in threatening, abusive or insulting words or behaviour with intent to provoke a breach of the peace. Intent?
Yeah.
It's very strange, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that you were reckless as to whether a breach of the peace might have been occasioned. My God, this is a charge that we could use against them a lot, isn't it?
Oh well,
Every time we see them, I think.
Yeah.
But and this is amended by Section 22 of the Intoxicating Liquor Act.
Were you drunk that day?
We don't drink,
Big Jesus, I'd say not. For,
so I don't know. I think they made a mistake here. But
well, it wouldn't be the first
It
one,
wouldn't be
anyway,
the
so
first
it's all right.
mistake, but,
Yeah.
anyway, what
But
do you think
it,
is-
but it might be the biggest.
and it took 4 Gardai
Oh yeah.
to deliver this one
And
piece of
a
paper.
squad here, €1 I think is about the price of a stamp. Now I'm not sure.
But didn't they come back after this summons then with
Oh,
another one?
they had another one for a car that was sold 2.5 years ago. It was caught speeding down the Sligo Road there a few months ago.
How are you, Colm?
I'm all right now.
Well, I'll put that into the letterbox there.
Yeah. Oh, that's grand.
Thank you.
Lovely job. Thanks a million.
And well done.
Rough enough, all those showers, but sure, there's worse than that happening. There is, surely.
And even though that's not, the name has changed on the card,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
was it in, but they're going to have a go anyway.
Ah, yeah, sure. But bring it on. But it's an awful insult, and I don't know why, what to get out insulting me. The last time that I was up in front of them is along with Joe, when they said that they could prove we had connections to international terrorists.
No, they
Organisations.
gradually promoted us. We started off just as normal terrorists.
Is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we went to international terrorists, and then we just mushroomed.
And
on
now
together,
they have the cheek to come out with a summons for intending
Yeah.
to provoke a breach of the peace.
So trying to read your mind now and
I be Jesus there. I wonder could I do anything to Cashlebar Hospital. I went up there
Yeah.
6 months ago and I intended to stay the night and they hadn't a bed for me.
yeah.
Oh, could I sue them for that, or is it maybe they could do me for having intended to stay the night?
I actually
Possibly.
read on the internet today that there was 500 people on trolleys today,
Yeah.
and the government is going away for is it 8 days holidays?
8 or 10 days,
8 or 10
yeah,
days or
yeah.
something,
Tough on them. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Can I just go back to the 2nd of September?
Yeah.
You remember how the fire alarms went off that day?
Oh,
Now, apparently, the excuse that was given is a prisoner was smoking in one of the cells.
yeah.
Now, there were 2 prisoners that day. One of them was brought in to the chamber, remember? The chambers of the judge. And he came out, went in handcuffs and came out without them, smiling away. And the second prisoner was brought up to Castlebar Garda station. And I happen to know that because that person is blood relative to me. So there was no prisoner in the cells that day. So how did the fire alarms go off? anyone know.
But this is just what to do, you know.
Maybe that they were in such a panic themselves that it was themselves who were smoking.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe.
because you wouldn't know that they're like there's some of them a bit human. You wouldn't.
Just to go back to the summons, the reason these summonses are coming out is that there's various activities we're taking quite a lot of people to the High Court. We're taking them all the way on everything we can now. I have Judge Kilrain in the High Court in Dublin next Monday on a judicial review. You're taking Fintan Murphy.
Yeah, it was only the
Monday
day
as well.
before the
That's-
summons landed.
That's
That
the
I
Mayo
was-
County Register.
Yeah.
And we have another lad taking
So-
a judicial review there as well.
Yeah, well, sure, look, it might give us a reason to meet again.
Yeah.
Because I miss him, to tell you the truth now, since I stayed away from Cashel Court. Because every time I go up there, anyone that's getting assaulted and thrown out, and God help me, I was put out, I don't know how many times out of Cashel Court.
Yeah.
I think 14.
14.
Yeah.
Oh, you have the record, so.
But hadn't I great courage going back again?
Yeah.
But now, the Lord saves us, blessed, I cannot go near them at all.
I don't mean to burst your bubble, but you've only a couple of summons. I have 17.
All right.
You have a bit of catching up to do.
I have, but no doubt that there's another few in the
I'd say the same.
pipeline.
Well, I'd say there's a few more ready for me as well. Seems to be the thing they're going to
A
grind.
bit of lashing power. You remember the day Cashel Bear though, but there's out and all bent over,
They want to go
barristers
to the-
and raising, and a buck from the back shouted up that they'd want to improve their fitness, that they were a disgrace. The ways the guards were here, and to look at any guards that or police that would be on the out for them in any other
Too
countries.
many donuts.
I wonder, is it?
Yeah, you know, like the two MI90s that we have up on the
Oh
internet.
Jesus, yes. Oh, them two ones. Yeah, yeah. That's what's wrong.
Leave them to it anyway, but we'll get the better of them. We're not going to back down.
I don't know. Well, like as I said, I
And-
keep
and-
saying
yeah,
the truth always rises.
And just to put them on notice that we'll be putting up about another 10 victims' stories on the internet in the next month or so of Garda corruption and of state corruption.
Watch this space, boys.
Keep
You
watching
could be
this
another
space.
star in the making.
And
Yeah.
whatever you throw at us, we're going to take you on.
Yeah. And wait till I see. No, and it'll be a privilege, you know, for to clear my good name, even though I shouldn't have to. I
Yeah.
shouldn't have to prove me that
I mean, Joe,
I'm not guilty of anything.
Superintendent Joe Doocey from Ballina owes you a serious apology.
Ah, but sure, what?
He knows you a serious apology.
But what would I accept an apology from someone like that for?
Yeah.
Like the state of mind, an awful lot of stuff comes into you know, concern there. Someone that'll go away and do the likes of that. Like have a look at himself, and when he's ready to face his demons.
But I heard a little story recently that the Gardai that go into the force are the ones that fail the IQ test. If they pass an IQ test, they don't make it into the force.
Oh,
Did you know
that's,
that?
I had rumours
Yeah.
of it, but I wasn't
I
fully
heard that.
convinced.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
But,
there'd be none of them in Minsa, anyways, we'd say.
Oh no.
Who brought the summons against you, Colm?
Huh?
Who brought the summons
Oh,
against you?
Sergeant, well, they said Gardai, but she's a sergeant there out the Westport Road in Cashel-Bear. She's
Sergeant Naomi
Yeah.
Darish, which we arrested, I believe, one day in Castlebar.
Oh, I know her. She's a superstar on the internet.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
is.
yeah. She's the one that thinks she has the right to block right of entry into public courts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think,
Hello,
do you know something? I think for a while there she thought she was going places.
yeah.
Like there was a sort of a lift in her when she used to see us coming, because she'd be at the back then of the ones that would be putting you out. But you know, I think that maybe before we left Cashel-Bear that really her steppings had got a bit shorter.
Okay.
But
I don't mean to be
Yeah.
insulting to her now, but I can tell how the pressure it get to you and how you wouldn't be as, you know, mad to tear into things as she was
But
at the
these
start.
people have no morals anyway, and that's why we have to bring it home to them. And like we have said,
Oh yeah.
that we are going to start doing peaceful protests outside these people's houses. We're going to let their neighbours know how corrupt they are. We're going to hand flyers to the neighbours. You know, anyone that does wrong is going to be addressed.
Yeah, well, and you know as well the when we were in Dublin the other day, people has asked me like, where were you
Yeah.
when we were carrying the coffin? And I said he was within it with the with the movie camera, and that he was recording them
Yeah.
within it, because we learned that from there's a fella in the cops in Cashel-Bear that told us how that when you're within in the middle of them that they don't take any notice of the recordings. You know,
That's it, but just to let the girls know as well, and the people that are taking us on, that the information that's coming in to us, we're going to get a nice little surprise in courts.
Yeah. But you look at that, they're stacked. The courts are stacked. But it doesn't matter. But I'll have to bring Kilrain anyways and Joe, what do you call him, McKenna, the two most important people in Ireland. They think it, but they do be anyway sometimes.
Did you know that Judge Kilrain in 2013 was the second highest claimer of expenses at 65 or 66,000 for the year, euros, just for travelling expenses?
Yeah, but sure, he'll get lashed a lot when he's driving the road.
Is this Judge Kilrain? He's listed in the Leitrim as their judge. Leitrim, the smallest county in Ireland, yet he has the highest expenses for travel, yeah?
Yeah, but sure, he does have to come over here to deal with the undesirable.
And did you know that when Adrian Burke's solicitor in Ballina was done for drink driving, that when it was appealed, Judge Kilrain was the judge that came in and let him off the charge? That's Mary Robinson's, the ex-president's brother.
Oh, Adrian.
Yeah.
Oh, because that's now.
Yeah.
I tell you. Well,
He said he was studying a pint of law in which he threw it out. But I don't think he knows the law. I've never seen him be knowledgeable of the law when I was involved.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't, but I don't know what to say. But
You think he would have got in front of Judge Mary Davis?
I know that it has a very strong bearing on your case.
Yeah.
You know how they said that they had a checkpoint set up for you.
Yeah.
They actually had a checkpoint set up when they done him for drunk driving.
That was it, but it's a crazy situation.
I know. We won't say too much about that.
We'll save a bit for the court day anyway.
Yeah.
But, we have a lot more coming on the bowl. Kevin Kilrain, or Judge Lavish as they call him.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah. Well, just that I'd say watch this space, because I'm thinking that this summons will disappear as fast as it come out. Because I cannot see if they have a brain in their head at all in any one of the offices, that if they let Kevin Kilrain or Joe, what's his name? Joe McKenna, if they let them in on the stand to prove me innocent. Because them two bucks can't prove me innocent. Because I get the truth out of them in spite of themselves. And they will have to, all these charges will be fired out the window. But
you're going to call them as witnesses, right?
Oh, sure, of course I call them as witnesses. Sure, aren't they? The two main men, or as I said before, they think they are.
Do you know what I'm going to do in my case, Colm? I'm going to subpoena Noreen O'Sullivan, or whoever the Gardai Commissioner is at the time. I'm going to subpoena Francis Fitzgerald and Enda Kenny. Everyone is coming into my case. If they think they're going to set me in, I'm bringing the whole lot to court.
Yeah.
And we'll get answers. There's an awful lot of questions to answer, and we'll make them answer them.
Yeah, well, then
We'll show them how democracy works.
Yeah. I just talking about democracy and how the judges should work. I was in Galway yesterday, Loughrea. You were there, Joe. And we saw a man who got a judicial review initiated in the High Court against a district court case against him. And even though that was all verified in the whole lot, the judge still tried to proceed with the trial. Even though the defendant wasn't there because of this judicial review. And the judge's name was James Fawnan. And apparently he's replacing our very favourite judge, Judge Jeffrey Brown, isn't it? Yeah. Is he retired? He's no longer on the Irish courts list of judges anyway, so he must be gone.
He'd be sorely. That's sarcasm. I hope you can pick that up.
All right. Anyways, last words.
Just one more instance on Kevin Kilrain, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'm delighted to get them all out there.
The last day in court, he decided to hold court without any summons being issued on Colm and on myself, and he tried to manipulate the conditions on my bail, which I believe was colluding with Gardai for the purpose of taking me to be remanded. That's what the judicial review is about. And if it has to go to the Supreme Court, it'll go there, and it'll go to Europe. But just to let these people know that's watching in, and the Gardai especially, we're aiming for Europe with you boys, and we'll show the corruption in this country.
And to Kevin Kilrain and to Joe Doherty, I don't know what, as the fella says. Well, the only thing that I can see that Joe Doherty calls me an undesirable is because I'm hanging around with you.
To me, he's the undesirable one, but there you go.
Yeah,
But,
well,
he'll get his day in court to answer that question.
well, just for whatever these things mean. Je suis Joe Doocey. Ik ben Joe Doocey. And ik spaas maken met all the Ireland politie.
Okay.
Yeah. Auf Wiedersehen, Pat.
So, Colm, we found something about the summons. What do you think about it?
Well, I'm so worried about it. I got it yesterday and I'm only after reading it there now. And would you believe it? I'll show you the address that's on it.
Castlereagh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder, are they hinting where they intend to send me? Because that's not my address. I live in Kilfine, a completely different townland altogether. But there must be awful geniuses in that barrack. I don't know, what's the story with them?
Castlereagh's in Roscommon, isn't it?
Oh, I think it's a prison where an awful lot of them should be.
I wonder is there a few spare rooms for them?
Well, they should, but that's a strange kind of an address. Seeing that as the fella says, that they're fairly familiar with me up there in Castlebar and in Ballina.
Yeah.
But Colm, they followed you to Killala.
Yeah.
So, is there a Castlereagh in Killala?
Oh, there is.
Where?
Oh, Jesus, out on the way out to Ballycastle, not far from where Keaveney lives. That detective that was after Joe Doocey, you know, the Je suis Joe Doocey bit. Yeah, him. He lives.
So maybe they thought you had moved in along with him.
Stop it! I'm not like that. Lord save us and bless us. He's gone out to the sheiks, I believe. They'll be more inclined for that kind of thing than me. No. And I'm not too impressed now overall with the ways that they approach things and do things. I think that it's only just they're trying to put the frighteners on me and coming up with ways of getting these summonses struck out. But I won't be making any application for wrong address or wrong person or anything like that, because I want to get Joe McKenna and Kevin Kilrain, the two most upstanding men in the country. I want to get them to vindicate my good name.
But they'll probably make it on your behalf.
Oh, they will. I'd say if I went through this, that they'd put it through and say, I want this man cleared.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause, you know.
I'm sure you're clear all your life. Aren't you still clear?
Oh, sure, I am, but look at this stuff that they're trying to fit
But
me up with.
these are only allegations. Look, when you're dealing with puppets, you know, it's the Muppet show you're on now. You see, well, that's what they are. Miss Piggy.
Maybe that it's time
Is
to
it-
dress up right for the courts that we put on. You know, the ways that I've seen it is it's pure circus. Maybe I'll go in the next day with a long shawl over me and a hat and a big red nose. Well, it'll match some of the judges' noses anyway. But the wish came. You know, I wonder who'll be the fine judge that day of some crimes.
I wonder how many times will he retire to his chambers.
I'd say that he'd wear sunglasses and everything that day. He won't want to be recognised.
Or she.
Well,
Maybe, yeah.
it could be a she.
Yeah.
Could be.
You could get the lovely Mary Devons.
Oh, me and poor Mary, could you imagine it? Jesus Christ.
She does have a big red nose on her most days as well.
Well, like, you know, you'd be able to, if you kept back about 4 yards, if you were upwind, you'd smell it anyway. You would, and you can even still get that shiver at the penalty points when you're in the same courtroom as her. It's the first thing I don't think of Mary Devons, I think of Mary penalty points.
Yeah.
That's what I think of. And, you know, it's a shame, but, you know, if she done the honourable thing, you know, and just immigrate.
That's it, yeah.
She's not.
Well, Colm, if she immigrates, there's an awful lot more than needs to go along with her.
Oh yeah, but they'd be gone with the cloak that she has on, or the cloak and dagger, like they'd be gone before her. They'd have the place ready for her.
Yeah, but the only thing you have to realise is, like, they're in Ireland and they will not be accepted in any other country.
Don't
They're
forget.
not going to be accepted here. That day's over. Gone.
Don't forget, Colm. We've already issued Mary Devons with a notice that we're going to arrest her in
Oh,
writing, and that will be carried out.
Oh yeah.
We're not going away.
Yeah. Don't know where, don't know when, but you can be guaranteed it's coming. Yeah. I'll tell you that this thing, it'll give you a bit of a lease of life to see how
you know, I don't like using the word stupid, but there is no other word I can use. That when they want to do you bad enough, the mistakes that they make, the Lord save us, there'll be some fun in the next 12 months with these gang around Ballina and Cashelbear. Because I tell you, you know, the amount of mistakes and rubbish and misprints and even their spelling, I must say, has come under scrutiny. Like, we have done forensics on every line of every statement on the book of evidence, and I tell you the truth.
The book of evidence,
Oh yeah.
or the book of.
Oh, the book of lies. Well, but they have evidence written on. But I tell you, it's just fun. Bring it on, lads. Go back to school.